Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great morning. Keep Todd in your thoughts. He's having a little procedure done this morning. Who all do we have in the chat this morning? Okay, we got Mr. Javis. Good morning, sir. Hope you're having a great morning. It's a beautiful Carolina day here in Charlotte. I'm assuming it's the same thing down there. Good morning, Vintage. Good morning, James. Good morning, Lag. Good morning, Hank. Chaz. Nice to see you. Look at here, look at here. How are you doing?
Oh, doing just wonderful. Left Cape Horn this morning, going through Drake's Passage over to Paradise Bay.
It, it looks cold.
Oh,
Or
it's
cool.
it's it's a little cold. It's 40, I think 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now
Yeah,
is
let's
that
see if I can step outside. There you go.
we've had one of those cabins before, where
Yep.
you're at the very back, correct?
Yep. Right down there is the bottom of the back.
Yep, and those are the two drives. Well, that's cool. You
Yep.
having a good time?
Oh, having a fantastic day. Yep.
Well, good. Let's see. You're ahead. You're about an hour ahead of us, aren't you?
Two
Or did
hours.
2 hours?
2 hours. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that's good. So you're having a good time, staying out of trouble.
At least having a good time. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're on Celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, they've got good Wi-Fi on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's I don't know, it was a couple $100
Oh, okay,
for the upgraded Wi-Fi.
right. Well, that's still pretty good.
But yeah, it's pretty good most of the time. Yeah, yeah.
Let's
I
see.
wanted to sneak my Starlink on, but they said they would confiscate it.
Yeah, yeah. I was watching a video
They want you to
last.
pay that $260.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know if any of the satellite phones have like internet access on them as of yet, but they can't do anything about that.
Yeah,
Because I've seen a lot of people with satellite phones on cruise ships.
yeah, yeah. Those can work, but a lot of the satellite phones have to have sky view access, so you have to
Right.
be outside.
Yeah. Well, who's going to be sitting in a ship inside of a cabin on a cruise?
Right.
So you'll be in Antarctica tomorrow,
Yeah, yeah. So we're right in Drake's Passage right now.
right?
We'll go to the Showart Channel or however you pronounce it.
Right.
Tomorrow we'll be in Paradise Bay tomorrow, and then the Gerlach Strait as well. All of those are considered Antarctica. I'm not sure exactly where we'll cross over, but we left Cape Horn, Chile this morning. We were there for about 2 hours from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Right.
and they just slowly turned the boat 2 times. I think they turned it 2 times or something like that.
Um. Where am I at here? Let's do this, and this, and let's add the scene. So that's what he's talking about right there, Drake's Passage. I've got. You can't see it, I don't think, but it's. I've got the map up. There's
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Chile.
Chile.
So that's
I think we're still being escorted by Chilean Navy. I think I saw
cool.
them earlier. Uh, Maybe not. I don't see their tailwater, but
Do
we
you
were for quite a while.
why why were they escorting you?
It's just common courtesy when you're in somebody's international or right beside their international water until you're far enough out.
Right,
Their navy generally escorts you. Just make sure everything's good and safe and no pirates and no trouble while you're in their water or close to their water.
right. I didn't know whether there was pirates or any
No,
of that
it's
kind of
it's
stuff down there.
it's just a general precaution. It's
Yeah,
not really anything specific. Um, we will have a Chilean passport stamp because we were at Cape Horn.
right.
Yeah, but
Did you get off the
so
ship?
no, no, can't get off the ship. It's just 2 hours. They spin the boat,
Okay,
but because we were there for that, they require a visa and all that stuff. So the ship crew takes care of all of those. So they took our passports when we got on the ship,
right,
and we'll get those back this evening. Ironically, we didn't even get a physical stamp um, in Argentina because everything there was digital, all photographic and face recognition, and all of that was just yeah, all just electronic and digital.
right. Because you flew into Argentina, did you?
Yeah, Buenos Aires.
Yeah. That's surprising. Because normally
Yeah,
when you get off cruise ships, stamps or anything like that, yeah, on your
and
passport.
we didn't even get off the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but that's unusual flying into a city and a country, and they didn't, especially in South America, and they didn't stamp your passports.
yeah, yeah. So they're very much pushing the photo recognition, the AI recognition in the airports now. It's almost like you can technically decline it if you want to go through scrutiny and all the other stuff.
Right.
If you so choose to.
Well, on the domestic cruises that we've been on, um, having your passport, so when you go into you're headed into the ship, they scan your passport. So when you come off, they put you in. If you've got if you have a if you did the photo recognition part on the way in, then all you have to do is just start walking. You pause for about 2 seconds in front of a camera, and then you get a red light or green light, and
Yeah,
the person flags you on through. I mean, it's nothing.
yeah, right, exactly. All right,
Uh,
well, I'm gonna head into the theater. There's the guy that did the bike ride um, across the Arctic to the South Pole is going to be speaking in about 10 minutes. No, actually 5 minutes. So I'm gonna head down to the theater and listen to that.
well, that sounds real interesting. Find out if he's done like a YouTube video or anything about it, because I'd like to hear
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, yeah. It's on YouTube.
Oh,
He's on there. His name is Daniel something. Hold on a second.
Daniel's.
Well, he's actually Daniel Boone's sixth generation grandson.
Okay.
He did a small talk the other day. Let's see, 10:15. Uh, yeah, his name is Daniel Burton, Burton. If you look him up, Daniel Burton. So, all right, I gotta go.
All right. Have a great day. Have a great time. Take lots of pictures.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's cool. But they did. That was pretty good service for a cruise ship. Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of comments here. Uh, Good morning, Ping. Because that they Jake looks sketchy. Oh God. Uh, I doubt that. No, I don't think we're going to be having Pink one. Lag is running for president in Venezuela. Actually, it was Kent. Thank you for letting us know that. Good morning, Sue. I'm not sure. Trapped on a ship? Nah, you're not trapped on a ship. You can get off anytime you want to fly back to the United States. And, you know, you don't want to be in a position where you don't have a choice to get off the ship, which Kent probably will be one of those people that would be escorted off the ship. Um, hey, PC now. I'll catch up to. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Mike. And then see, I passed right by a furthest quest on the show. Yeah, furthest guest on the show. That's correct. I don't know. Let's see. I think Felix was on the show one time, and he was like in, you know, Abu Dhabi or someplace like that. Anyway, good morning, Doug. How are things in the great state of California? Gas at $15 a gallon yet? So anyway, that was a great thing. Great beginning to the show. I hope he's having a good time. Antarctica is on my bucket list. I don't know whether that one will ever get struck off or not, but we'll see. Good morning. Yeah, penguin nuggets, James. So anyway, y'all keep Todd in your thoughts. He was having some eye surgery this morning. You know, it's something that they do a bazillion times, but when you get to be as old as Todd and I'm gonna throw myself in there. Anytime anesthesia is involved you got to be concerned about it. Can't go to Antarctica. James says you can't go to Antarctica because there's no Waffle House locations. No, but I bet there's a Dollar General. They've got a population of 12, so there's got to be at least one, possibly two Dollar Generals. I shouldn't be talking bad about Dollar General. My mother-in-law loves the General. Um, so anyway, keep tidying your thoughts. I don't know what time his procedure was. It don't take nothing for no time. If you've had it done, you know it doesn't take any long. Yeah, I do too. Because I was really getting concerned about my eyesight. That's the reason I've had like the laser surgery on the lenses and all this kind of stuff since the beginning of December, because you try to go to Dollar General every Saturday. Don't tell me you have to drive out of your way to get to it. If not, then there's opportunity for expansion. Um, my dad went blind, as most of y'all know, and my vision was getting bad, and so they seem to got it all fixed up. When I get my glasses, I should have 20/25, and for far, and 20/20 low. I mean close up. So apparently they stand on top of it. Yeah, it is important. It's very important, and I was concerned about that. My wife's other addiction satisfies there. Oh, a $5 coupon deal. Um, Jabus, the 7-Eleven keeps Roberta's icy habit contained. Get that printer going. Yeah, I got to finish getting it put together today. Um, I haven't looked at that video you shared. Lag, God, Craig. Uh, the Facebook post you made. I haven't looked at it today. Were they saying good things about you or bad things about you? By the end of the day, it'll be running. No, I didn't know that, honey. Check with your mom and ask if she knows about the $5 off $25 on Saturday at Dollar General. Some of them are. Oh, you didn't look at it, Craig, or you just don't have an opinion. Um, Last night, for those that's in the friends group, um, I shared where Pat Dees and Steve were having a, a show on Pat's Print D's channel. So it's it's a short, okay, because if you're interested in 3D printing or learning more about it, I guess it's a good place to start. Anyway, and they have one like every 2 weeks, so they're not bogging down with it. Um, it was, but now I had to unplug it because I need to plug it into my other printer because my other USB cord is not long enough. I've got one around here somewhere. I got to, or not USB. Jameis, I didn't even know they're in the playoffs. I do not follow football. I don't follow and the only thing I know about it is when y'all mentioned it in the show. So is this like headed towards the Super Bowl? Um, James, do you find a lot of stuff on the clearance that you can resell, or is it just pretty much for your own use? You said to great time to check the DG clearance. James, I don't even look at the sports section. It's probably on the front of the Charlotte Observer, but I haven't read the paper in a while. Good luck to them. Okay, personal use. Tara, Todd had some surgery this morning. Some eye surgery, cataract. So not serious, but because he's a seasoned citizen like I am, it's always concerning. And that's a link if you want to jump in here with me, Tara, if you're not busy. I mean, there's a link if anybody wants to jump in with me. Um, yeah, newspapers are still being printed. I don't know why it's deforesting the rainforest. But anyway, good luck to the Panthers. They'll choke. Yeah, I think it will. He did really good on the last one. Uh, yeah, this is his second one. So anyhow, hey Tara,
Well, how's it going?
it's going good. Occasionally find deals on cleaning supplies. Okay, cool, Chaz. Um,
I
how's things?
never go in Dollar General anymore. And I used to go in there all the time when I was in Wisconsin.
They've kind of got kind of Well, they haven't. It's been that way for a long time.
It's because when we lived in Wisconsin, it was so far to Walmart. But now because there's a Walmart right here, I just go to Walmart.
We have a Walmart. We have a Walmart just about like Starbucks, almost on every corner.
Yeah.
I sit in the middle of
Well, we only have.
one, two, three. Yeah, I sit in the middle of three, potentially four, but it's a little bit further to Independence Boulevard. But
Well, we only have the one, but it's just as close to Dollar General it is to Walmart.
I don't want like going into Walmart.
Okay.
I mean, not the only reason is just because of they don't have any cashiers, and when I go to Walmart, I'm not getting
Well,
one or
I
two
like that because
items.
I like the self checkout honestly because I don't want to have to deal with people, so I can just do my own thing and leave.
Yeah, but usually everything's slow. People are running slow.
Mm.
I apparently you can do it with their app, but you can scan and then check out without
Oh,
actually
I
having to go
never
through a
did
account.
that. I just go to self checkout.
Do you have a Sam's Club?
In
If
Elizabethtown, which is a half hour away. But I don't even have a Sam's Club membership.
you can, as you're shopping, you scan it with their app, and then you pay
Mm,
online, and then you just walk. There's a guy that sometimes he scans the QR code on your
mm.
phone, and then he'll scan a couple things in your buggy. I think it's getting to the point now that it can tell what's in your buggy to make sure everything's correct. Because last few times
Mm.
they've just waved me on through. Either that, I'm just such an honest looking old man that they're just like, oh, let the old guy go by.
Well, I've been busted by the self checkout, not trying to steal, but like where they think that you might have, not scanned something, so then
Right?
the person has to come over and rewatch the video.
Really,
Yeah, well, I wasn't stealing.
Beavis breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah, uh-huh.
We had to wait for a woman checkout lady though to come because the guy it was a guy and the guys can't do the strip search, so she had to go in that closet with the
Okay.
lady.
Are y'all
That's
getting
why you
this?
always wear clean underwear to Walmart.
That's right. Um, I really want to get to the point of which we do quite a bit. Roberta has deliveries made to the house. I would just like to go ahead and get a grocery list made up and have her have everything delivered to the house. Um, then I don't have to deal with it because I'm old and cantankerous. I just don't like
Mm,
dealing with people in retail situations.
yeah.
I get
I don't
cranky.
like it when it's packed. When you go to Walmart, like if you go there like Friday night and it's just packed, I don't like that because they all do the Walk of the Dead around Walmart.
Sue, you got checked at Walmart. Sweet Sue.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But you're in
I got
Atlanta,
checked at Walmart. I bought something on clearance and it scanned at the full price, so I had the girl come and change the price for me. But I had something in my hand that I had scanned before that, so I was behind her, so I put it in my bag, and she had to like it made it do it tripped it to rewatch the video there, and she was right there with me.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, I know there's people. I mean, I have been to Walmart and people just walk. They just walk straight out the door with a buggy full of stuff. It doesn't have
I've
any of the
never seen
any
that.
all the stuff doesn't. None of the stuff has a security tag on it. But they'll just walk right out of the store.
Well, I'll
And
say this: like when we lived in Wisconsin, up in the Rylander Walmart, I'll give you this example: like dog flea collars. You could just walk up to the shelf, grab a flea collar, throw it in your cart. Here, that's all behind glass. That's all locked up. I mean,
really,
even like the $5 flea collars. Yeah, I mean, and like up north, I mean, everything was just there. I never really saw those lock cases till we moved down here.
I was in a Walmart one time, and I was talking to the loss prevention guy, and because I knew him, and I said, I think that car right there, those people that's going right out the front door there. I said, I don't think they checked out. He said, why did you think that? I said, because they came from over here in the dairy, not dairy, the bakery, and went out the door, and nothing's in bags. And he
Yeah.
said, okay, well, I won't check that, but he says I'll look at the video on it. And later, about a month later, I saw him. He said, "You remember the person you said you saw just walked out with the buggy load of groceries?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "They did." He said, "I watched them all over the store," and he said they just walked right on out. But
Oh, we
because
don't have it here, but
go
at the
ahead.
Bardstown or Walmart, I usually carry my receipt in my hand because you get stopped by the lot where they look at your receipt.
Yeah, it's unless I've got something like electronics, they never check anything. I mean, they just usually.
Yeah, like Bardstown, they'll check everything. It seems.
So, how's reselling been up in your neck of the woods?
All right,
Staying busy?
still, still kicking. Yeah, I'm always busy. Too busy. Too busy. I'm always doing. I don't know if I'm busy doing stuff that necessarily makes me money, but I'm always
Right.
busy doing stuff.
Do you have any contact with the folks that used to have all the auctions you used to go to up in Wisconsin?
No, I don't. No, I don't talk to them. No,
I didn't
it
know.
was purely a business relationship.
Right. I didn't know whether. I mean, just was wondering how things still kicking up there. They probably
I
do.
would say so. I mean, they're still in business, so I
Right.
would say they're still definitely doing auctions. I mean, there was that one old guy who I was kind of surprised. He was getting pretty old. He still has his auction, and there's some other local auction companies. But I will say, like the local auction company up there, a lot of them are really switching over to high bid, where they're not even necessarily having a live auction.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed reactions about that. Um,
Well, like even down here, a lot of these companies switched over. He goes, we used to all do live auctions before COVID. He goes, but this actually, they, it's easier for them to do. They don't need quite as much help, and they just decided it was better.
well, that's like the storage auctions. I was talking to a manager of a storage auction one day, and he does not like them. The online like
Yeah,
storage treasures, he does not like them because he said they get more money, they get closer to the amount of money that's due when they have live auctions because people get excited and you know Jim's bidding up everybody and all this kind of stuff.
I don't. Well, I'll tell you here, the storage, like storage treasures, these storage unit auctions, they go high here.
Yeah,
And we don't have a lot of them in our area. Usually, they're mostly all the lockers are up towards Louisville, Lexington, Frankfort, all up north of us. I don't really watch them that much because you got to process all the crap too with it. And I guess
yeah.
I'd rather just get stuff I can just sell. Not that you can't do it, but and I don't sell very much furniture, so I don't know.
Well, you don't have that 40,000 square foot barn to put stuff in either.
Yeah, well, and it's not even just that. It's just like it's a lot of work dealing with that. Anyway, sometimes you get a lot of crap in those storage units too, which you can burn it usually, but
Right.
it is still a lot of work.
Did y'all literally take down
We're
all your
getting
videos,
lazy.
or did y'all just put them private?
Um, they might be. I don't know if Jim. He might be outside. I don't know.
I really
I
wish y'all.
did you
I
make
wish.
did you make our reseller videos all private or are they gone?
Yeah, I mean, they're still there. I mean, I can put them back on.
Oh
Turn
yeah.
them back
Okay.
on.
So you didn't turn them back
Turn
on.
them back on. Maybe I'll
Turn
do
them
a
back
premiere
on.
thing, like I'll do like Stranger Things. On holidays, I'll winnow out like 3 episodes. I'll see if I can get a contract with Netflix.
Uh, They used to. They were funny. I swear they were. I mean, y'all filmed some good stuff, and you explained why you bought these items and whatnot. But between the dogs, Brandon, who was like what 8 or 9, 10,
Yeah.
6 to 8 inches of
Moose boy.
snow.
That was fun doing it. It's just it's different, After COVID, you don't have the live auctions. It's everything's these online auctions where you don't really get big.
Well, I guess but yeah, and it's just like it was a lot of setup too, because we'd go set that shit up and then videotape it and then process it, and it's like I don't know. Seems like we do too much other stuff now too.
No, but they were. That
We
was
just don't have the love for that anymore.
I enjoyed it, but yeah, we do have. I mean, with Brandon, we have more stuff going on. It's like you only have so many hours in a day now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
We're old, so time goes by like 10 times as fast as it should.
Absolutely.
So like in the fall,
Absolutely.
we're going to football, and now we're going to wrestling. So seems like we got a lot of stuff. And then between me doing that horse stuff and that, it's like we're always running around.
Oh my god, those wrestling matches, they last like all day.
Oh,
And you're trapped in this big gymnasium with 6 mats where they're all wrestling for constantly. One match ends, the next one starts. There's
Right.
6 different matches going. I mean, you can imagine by hour number 2 and then going into hour number 7 or 8. I mean, oh, the aroma. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
I hate those all day tournaments.
Oh,
And we go to them because we like to support our kid. But the bad thing is, and I love watching my son, but I have no love for wrestling. So when I have to sit there for 3 hours and it's just all other people's kids wrestling, I'm like, oh God, please, Lord, give me a reprieve.
See, John says he misses those videos too. You need to put them back up and let.
Oh yeah, I like Dusty's video. And Dusty was a lot of fun too,
well, Dusty was one of the reasons we pulled him though.
Um,
When things got weird with Dusty,
yeah.
I'm like, is it worth it?
Well, we would get like some weird stuff, like you're mean to your kid and stuff like that. And sometimes you get this where you're giving people a piece into your personal life, but maybe some people judge you for it. And I'm like, I don't want to have a problem where somebody says they're abusing their kid, and next thing you know, you got CPS showing up or something. Because that did happen to that Todd that was in North Dakota. Is it? He got something where they got called that I don't know if he was being mean to his kid or something, or he was threatening his wife, and they had the police show up there just off of reselling videos. So
yeah, but they go up to Wisconsin because they don't know where we're at now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
They have no Wisconsin soil. We did it in Minnesota. Try to convict us.
Y'all
Anyway,
don't have
I
the.
will say
you don't have-
that was part of it. We did have some people like you're mean to your kid or stuff like that. We didn't really. When Brandon was the age he was at, we really didn't want him on the videos very much because well, you never know. There's weird people out there.
But you know what? There's a thing called, I think it's Ferner Farms, FERNNER Farms, and all of their kids work on the farm, and there's like an 8-year-old driving a $600,000 tractor, pulling a plow a disc harrow that's 75 feet wide. I mean, and the woman did a video one time, and she was talking about. She said, because they've had people, complain about you working your kids and blah blah blah, and they should be out playing.
Do you remember the channel where they really specialized in cameras? I think it was like Crazy Picker Life. Didn't he take his all down too because he was having problems where they were saying like he was being mean to his kids or abusing them or whatever?
Yeah, and like the 16-year-old had a several $100,000 a year camera business going. If that's being mean to a kid,
Yeah.
make me
But
mean.
there's crazy people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and then sometimes when you let people in to see that glimpse of your personal life, I mean, you have people out there that are a-holes.
And
it was times were changing, and I will say in that way it can be a little scary. Anyway,
people are everybody wants to be in everybody's business. Social media and stuff like that. I don't care what the Kardashians are doing. I don't care.
Well, it's all drama.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm just using the Kardashians, because it's keeping up with. But I'm talking about, I consider you friends, you and Jim friends.
Yeah.
Um, I like to know, I like to know what's going on because that's what you friends
Well, you
do.
got to look at my Facebook. Well, Tom, you get to look at my Facebook then.
I don't like to look at
Anyway,
Facebook. I don't watch look Facebook. Roberta says, "Did you look at my post on Facebook?" No,
no.
I don't really. The only reason I really have Facebook is to keep up with you people and
Yeah.
to find out what's going on in the shows and
Well, and
whatnot.
I will say it was fun doing the reseller videos. Like we bought this, and this is the amount we spent for it, and this is what we think we could sell it for, and this is what we think we profit. That's nice, and maybe somebody can glean some information out of it. But we never really talked about our private life on there or
But you
anything.
know, the Kardashians. Tom brings up a good point because if I would transition, we could bring in a
Oh,
ton of.
you're gonna be like
That's
Bruce to
Hey,
right.
once
Caitlin,
Bruce had to take one for the team. It's for anything for clicks.
Jim. You'd be a really ugly woman. I'm
Oh
sorry.
Oh,
Lord.
I'm sorry. No, no, I'm not going to body shame Bruce Jenner, but okay.
Well, he's better. He'd be a better looking woman than you.
I
Yeah.
debatable.
You look like that. Who is that admiral or whatever that Biden had? That woman, that Rachel Levine. You be kind of
Right.
like.
Oh, she was smoking. She was hot.
No, I don't think so.
Hey,
You
when we're in stores, people constantly stop me and say, "Where can I get a shirt like that?" And Tara's always jealous. I'm like, "Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I'm not kidding. Down here, they'll be like, "Oh, cool shirt, dude." I'm like,
It's because I am cool.
random people, just like at Walmart or whatever.
I know how to rock it. I know what I got, and I flaunt it."
Good God.
Jim's always been a player. He forgets he's a happily married
Yep.
man with a
I'd
grown
look like
son.
Cher. If I transitioned, I'd look like 50-year-old Cher. I'd be smoking hot.
Oh,
Only
boy.
you're 5'2".
I don't know about that.
I'd have to
No,
spank
he's
it.
taller than me.
You'd have to get
Are you
some
5'8"?
pumps.
I'm not.
I'm 5'9". Don't steal any inches.
Well, he said you were 5'2".
I got.
I'm 5'2", and I know you're taller.
There was a
than
guy
me.
I was in the Mason Lodge with. He told me you got the prostate surgery, and he said, "Yeah, but the weird thing is you lose an inch in length." I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
well, "You gotta be kidding me!" He goes, "No, seriously." I'm like, "Hey, I ain't got an inch to spare." So anyway, take care of your prostate, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
because
woman here in Kentucky who does these like Facebook Live videos, and she would be doing like cooking shows and stuff like that. So then they decided to do a homestead, so they moved into one of these like cabins, these pre-made shed cabins, I'll call it, and they're
right.
they're doing it. She's had animal control, CPS, Health and Human Services. I mean, that you have these viewers who just hate her, calling all these like agencies to report her for just bullshit. I mean, it is actually sad, and when you see that, that makes it where I don't want to put myself out there that much. Anyway,
It's
Dog on TV. All right.
it's sad. It's sad. It's sad that people are in everybody's business like they are. And I'm not talking about interesting stuff, like the farming family and y'all doing the y'all used to do the auctions and whatnot. But the people that's got to share everything that's going on in their lives, and thank God Jim quit having the crying pity parties because nobody was buying his stuff. Um, um, but everybody just wants to be in everybody's business, and they need to be worrying
yeah,
about their own. They need to be developing their own business. And when I say business, I'm talking about their life. Um,
yeah. People can be judgmental, but it takes all kinds, I guess, to make the world go around.
yeah, let's see. Crazy Picker Live, his older son. John says the Crazy Picker Life's other son, still does it, has a channel of his own, and replied to him that they're all doing well.
Well, they look like I mean, they had a really good. I'm assuming they probably still resell. They had a really good gig going there, a good reselling business,
Yeah.
and it was really too bad that because they actually did share a lot of information, but you have a few assholes screwed up.
Um,
Oh boy, you want to run for mayor of Minneapolis with that mouth?
See, now if you had to move south because now you have a southern accent, Jim, you could have run for governor of Minnesota.
Governor of Kentucky.
No, governor of uh, is it Wisconsin? Where's the former vice president nominee? He's the governor of
That's Minnesota. That's next to
Minnesota.
Wisconsin. That's Nikki's state.
Yeah,
No, Nikki's in Wisconsin, though, isn't she?
Oh, she's in Superior.
Yeah, she's
but
on.
she might live in Duluth now.
Yeah.
She might have moved back across.
Oh, because I
border.
make general statements about people from Minnesota now. So
No, I think she might, but I think she might have moved back across the border to Duluth.
yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I don't want to lump Nikki into that group. Before it was just the Vikings. I've expanded it.
the guy. I think y'all actually told me about him. The comedian. He does the shorts.
From Wisconsin.
Yeah, and he's always in like plaid, and he's talking about
Yeah,
the bears and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
He's the one who did the thing with the turn signal.
yeah. What the heck is his name? I forgot.
He is a
Oh, and he did like a. I wanted to.
Gambo Jones.
No, not that guy.
Oh, not that
it's
guy?
the guy from Wisconsin. They always doing the old fashions and stuff. I forgot
Oh,
his name.
no,
I wanted to go see him. He was in Lexington. He did a comedy show like last January, but I was gone or something. I didn't get to go.
It's yeah, James, you're right. The world is full of Karens.
Yeah.
You just have to power through it.
Maybe I'm getting old, but people weren't so quick to turn you in for stuff or whatever. It seems like the world has changed a little bit.
People just got their nose in everybody's business.
Yeah.
Serious. I mean, give it a break. So y'all finding plenty of product to sell, getting it all listed.
Well, I'm busting at the sea. I got to really hammer down listings because I got too much shit around here.
We're standing. Well, she's sitting in a chair. I'm standing upright.
And I got a big pile in between us.
You know how when you move into a new house and you have the boxes everywhere? Yeah, okay. 24/7, 365.
Our office is full of stacked up with boxes.
We got like
and
almost
stuff.
6,000 inventory, and we don't have the big barn anymore. We have a barn that's maybe the size of a smallish house. So yeah.
Why don't you build you another one? I know you miss having that big old. How big that big?
Probably.
How big was that big shed that you had?
I want to wrap up Wisconsin and then we'll talk about building because I don't want to have to borrow any money. I really don't want to I don't want to go to the bank and borrow any money.
Yeah, we got semi-trailer load of stuff up there. Not including the stuff that's outside the semi-trailer. So
actually, we did a lot of.
She
stuff
thinks we can do it in 4 box trucks. I'm like, you're nuts. You're dreaming.
I said 2.
You said 2? Hey, can I have some of that?
Is it stuff that you really want to bring down?
Well,
some of it's inventory. I mean, some of it's stuff that was listed. I mean, we relist it when we brought it down.
Because I mean, if it's just
so
stuff,
it's money. I mean, I don't think I ever brought a truckload down where like, oh well, this stuff wasn't worth bringing down.
Oh yeah, we paid for every
truckload. I'll load like one thing that's worth $200-300.
Yeah,
I mean,
we do pay for every. It never costs us any gas money because we always bring back.
Make it right back. Yeah. I wear and tear on the vehicle, but they're vehicles that should be not running anymore anyway. So. My trucks are both 2000. I have a 2000 F550 and I have a 2000 E350 box truck, so they're both 26 years old each.
And for those that really don't know anything about Jim and Tara, they're from Wisconsin, and they moved down 6 years ago, and they're still
19.
They're still bringing stuff down.
Well, during COVID. We didn't get up there though
Yeah.
for about a year and a
Fuel
half during
prices.
COVID, and when diesel was over $5 a gallon
It
or
doubled my
$6.
price for
Yeah.
a trip. So I just it wasn't. Yeah, then it was starting to not make sense.
Well, it's
And
not
we
like
had
you're
so
paying
much
for
stuff.
storage.
No.
Right, and we had so much stuff we had brought down that was still, well, or even now is still in boxes and stuff like that. And if we see a juicy auction, yeah, we're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Do you?
You know,
But you're not gonna bring that trailer down, are you?
Fuck no, I gotta sell it. There's
That's
some
what I
stuff
thought.
inside
Because
of it, but I
oh,
yeah, I
no.
gotta sell. I had that for up north for storing hay in and sawdust and stuff. No,
okay.
that gets sold. I already sold one of them. I had 2 semis.
The TV's off. What is she
You
doing?
because it probably cost you a small fortune just to get that thing street legal. Put new tires
No,
on
it
it.
wouldn't. Well, you have to go through. No, I mean, even though, but you'd have to go through the weight stations. I'd have to pay somebody to pull it. You'd have to go through the weight stations. The truck, if it gets pulled in an inspection bay, the trailer is not going to pass inspection. It's an old shaving tire. I mean, yeah,
We
no.
wouldn't make it across the county line, and with good reason. And I would not. I would be like, I'm so glad you pulled us over because we were going to kill somebody. Thank you, officer. Thank you for your service.
See, now I'm sure.
Whatever the heck it is.
I'm sure Doug in California doesn't have this problem.
Well,
Oh,
the one I sold, I would pay somebody to pull it up to Michigan to have it filled up with sawdust, and then they pull
That
it
was a little
back.
more roadworthy.
That not much though,
Even
because
though, yeah,
its
it wasn't
brakes weren't
100%.
working.
Yeah.
I can tell you if you go through a weight station inspection bay, they're going to know if the brakes aren't working.
We sold it, and the guy who bought it made it a power plant for his strip club. Can't make this up. He's got a wood burner in it, like one of those outdoor hydronic wood stoves.
right.
He's got a wood burner in it, and he fills it up with firewood, and he uses because commercial they wouldn't let him have it, in the building or whatever. So he runs the wood hydronic heat out of this semi trailer. That's what he uses it for.
Wow.
So that's a crazy, but you don't have to hear that use of a semi trailer all the time.
Yeah, no, I
The guy
haven't.
is
And I haven't heard anybody trying to heat a strip club with that either.
with firewood, yeah.
With firewood.
Okay, are you done on the pole, Susie? Okay, get out there and split some more wood. Good for your abs.
Keeps the strippers in shape.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
You wouldn't have any
old people
strippers if you
humor.
got them stack of firewood.
It's
Well, sometimes you gotta have a few because some guys are into that.
but y'all, you still got some vehicles and stuff like that too. Are you going to leave them up there?
Yeah, I
we're
got a
just
couple
gonna
CJ7s.
abandon-
I'm gonna leave them up
We're
there.
just going to abandon them, yeah.
I got a new frame for one of the CJs. I'll leave that up there. Yeah. I got a 1947 Fraser. I'll leave that up there. What else I got? 1984 Oldsmobile. Probably leave that up there.
Yeah, that I wish you would leave up there.
I'm bringing it all. All my ashes spread in each one of the vehicles when I croak.
Well, the only thing that so far it says I could be of any really use is the CJs.
Not really.
Do they run?
They're no use. Yes, but they're no use.
Tar doesn't like them. I don't know what she's never liked.
Because I don't. I like Jeeps, but it's also Jim has 2 Jeeps, but the frame is bad on one. So he's gonna put the 2 Jeeps together and make one.
I'm
Uber
not
Jeep.
going to do that. I bought a frame for the red Jeep.
But I also know Jim's 60 years old and he's running out of time.
I'm
going to
pump it out right till I drop
running out of time to do all these projects. I also know that.
Unless otherwise if your brain goes or something, then you can do what you want because I'm going to be grinning, not knowing what the hell's going on.
It might go.
Jim, you got plenty of time, son. You're only 60. You got plenty of time.
Well, he'll be 61 in July.
I mean, look at Todd.
I'm coming up on that big birthday.
Todd's 70. He goes everywhere.
Check birthday.
Y'all are a mess. I swear you are.
But I will say I'm glad I didn't sell that land up there 6 years ago because it's tripled in price. I don't know
Really?
what's going on with real estate, but I mean it's really jumped in value.
Yeah, we're living proof you don't have to be smart to make money.
Well, you are because you have that
Anyway,
place down there and you don't owe anything on it. So you lucked up and married a good woman that's got
Yeah,
plenty.
I mean that I will say what I got left up there in land, it's gone up by 3, which is nice.
we thought it was going to be maybe 30 or first like 30, 40 grand.
I always
The
thought it was
tail.
around 55. I thought,
And then the prices on land just went up. I guess because of the prices on housing went up, so people are desperate to buy places to build houses.
um,
So
Brandon's wife is going to be pushing for power of attorney to put y'all in some nursing homes and then sell off all your crap. That's what happens. That's what happens.
well, he don't
Uh,
need to get married yet.
well, I know that I was talking about in the future because y'all were still young.
He's not married, Jim. He's got a girlfriend, but he's not married.
Oh God, it's all downhill from there.
You know,
Um,
horse girl on top.
yeah,
Horse girl on top
he
of it.
knows they're going to be together forever. He's such an idiot. You know, oh no, we're going to be together forever. I'm like, the odds of that are, you got better odds of winning Powerball.
see, he's around. If he goes off to university, he'll meet other people. You know, if they
Yeah.
survive, him going off to university or her going off to
And
university.
she's younger than him, so she's a couple years younger than him. So when he goes to college, she'll be still at home and stuff.
Yeah, I went off to college, and my high school girlfriend, she ran off on me.
Yeah, we'll see what
So
happens.
any
She's a
crises,
very nice girl. I do like her.
any crises in reselling, somebody stick you,
No, not
somebody.
that I know
Um,
of. Not that I know of. Have we had any good crises? No.
No, I don't think so. Everything's been
Uh,
smooth.
no big returns. No. I mean, it's been just pretty quiet.
No scammers.
No scammers.
nothing taken down by eBay because it's not
No.
allowed.
What's that?
We haven't had any Veros.
No, nothing like that.
I don't.
Well,
I can't tell you the last time I had one.
if it's a Vero type thing and you know it's going to get flagged, even if it's got tags, you just say used.
Yeah.
No, but like something that eBay says you can't sell, like the killer coffee pot. We haven't had
Oh,
anything
that,
like
no.
that.
Well,
No.
I guess that's just, we know not
But
to list that
like
kind of
Todd's not his pocket knife that eBay said it was a switchblade. You know,
stuff. Oh,
did you not hear about
if
that?
it was a switchblade, I'd keep it for myself.
I
It
did
was
hear something about that.
it was a regular pocket knife. There was no switchblade about
Well,
it.
what are
Did
you
not
gonna?
look like a
I
switchblade.
will say, but when eBay has that idea in its head, what are you gonna do? Argue? You're
Yeah,
gonna
just
spend
go along with it. Ain't
10
worth it.
hours arguing with
Well,
eBay, or
that's
just
what he
move on to the
did.
next.
But
You know.
the kick in the butt was he says there's 137 of those same pocket knives still
Yeah.
listed.
Yeah, well.
It's that AI
I
trap.
had when I lived in Wisconsin, we had a key cutting machine. I listed it for sale. Mine gets taken down. You can't sell, which I didn't know at the time. You can't sell key cutting machines. When they took it down, there were 20 other key cutting machines listed. So I don't know why.
We used to sell at a flea market, and I walked by this, and I met, actually, I got to be friends with the guy, but this is the first time I ever met him. He's setting up there for the first time, and he's got a shotgun on the table. I pick it up, I look at it, I go, mind if I crack this open? The guy goes, no, go ahead. I crack it up, I look at it, I go, yeah, it's a real shooting shotgun. I go, you can't sell guns here. He goes, okay, I didn't know that. So he goes to grab it, he goes, well, no, that's why I'm going to buy it right now so you don't get in trouble. Anyway. So I like to help out where I can.
Okay, Kent. Um,
But I've had stuff like in the past that I've slipped through and sold that I know I wasn't supposed to sell, and not so much maybe 10 years ago or that, but I know there was stuff I slipped through that. I mean, sometimes, so if you get caught, you just move on. But, and not that Todd got caught. I mean, I think sometimes eBay, that's just the way they are, you know.
it's that AI. You know, like
Yeah.
pushes that.
It could be, or you could have a stinker. You could have somebody putting out a thing on you. It could happen.
You know.
It's
But there's nothing you can do. You got you control the stuff. You work to control the stuff you can control, and the
Right.
other stuff you just move on because you know you can't do nothing about it anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You keep on going. Um,
I get my thing is how I control stuff like that is I'm pissed off or I'm not pissed off. Like when I say not pissed off, I'm mildly irritated. Okay, if something mildly irritates me, I just move on. If something really pisses me off, okay, then I'm going to invest the time in it. But that way you don't spend a lot of time wasting your time with these minor things that aren't all that important. So if you do have a serious thing that you got to take care of because it's hurting your business or your livelihood or whatever, you can focus on that and really hammer that situation that really that's got you angry. But I find when I do that test, 90% of the things I used to chase after, I don't even bother with. It's just I wait for something that's really, you know, chaps my khakis.
for about a month, Todd was having stuff returned for crazy reasons, and then he had the he had a couple of the takedowns. It was just not a good month or a good quarter for him.
Yeah.
But like you said, you just got to just power on through it. I don't think he ever got like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a hit against his record about it.
Oh, they give you get those warnings, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't definitely not relist it after they give you the warning. But I mean, you still are selling and stuff.
Some of the best advice Dusty ever gave me was the thing with like when you get a return, have a set response. You know, mine is thank you for your purchase. I'm sorry it did not meet your expectations. Please open an item not as described to your request, and I'll give you a full refund on the items returned. Blah blah. I know that's what I'm going to say. So when I get it, it's not like I have to. I'm in a panic. Okay, what do I do now? I know exactly what I'm going to do.
right.
I'm going to accept
Yeah.
the return, and I'm going to go through the thing. Now, if I get a bag of sand or something instead of the item or something like that, well, then it's a different story. But I've never had that happen. I haven't had like a scam like that or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I don't. We don't get
most
into
people are
like.
just aren't satisfied with what they
Yeah.
got.
You should have read the description. It clearly stated in
And
the description. I'm not gonna. We
and
don't debate
and
or.
so psychologically, it's over.
Right.
Your feathers are ruffled slightly for a moment. Now you're going to do the thing. You're going to take the financial hit, and you're going to move on. There's no like in a divorce. Oh, I can't believe she's getting this. She can't get. It's the principle. No, you just you get through it. Yeah, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Just sign the papers and get it over with and move on with the rest of your life. Why stay in misery? So that's what Dusty said. That way it doesn't ruin all day. He was right.
You just go sell something else.
It ruined 3 to 5 minutes of my life, and now I can just move on, it's no longer an issue.
It's
And another thing, well, I just real quick, if you wonder why Walmart killed Kmart, I don't know if any of you remember Kmart, but when you went to return something at Kmart, it was a mixed bag. Once in a while, they just take it back, but most of the time, the lady at the service desk was like, "Well, did you abuse it? What happened here? How long has it been? Well, let me see this receipt. I don't got to make sure the dates are right." It's a big go around with the people at Kmart to do a return. Walmart, you bring it in, and I do this with it. I brought back what was that guy from Star Wars?
Yoda.
Yoda. I brought back a Yoda character. She had it in her hand, and it's a large. This was a 12 by 12 by 12 box. She didn't even look at the basket behind her. She just alley ooped it over her back of her head when I started explaining what was wrong with it, and just the whole time looking me straight in the eye with this blank stare, like, "Mister, I don't give a shit what's wrong with your Yoda. So, here's your money. Go away." That's why it ain't just lower prices. That is why Walmart killed Kmart, was because they didn't screw around on returns. And I got to agree with eBay on that. Screwing people around on returns will kill your business.
Yeah. Well, another thing
If
too
they
is
want to return
the
it,
Walmart would take you back
somebody else.
anything.
Yeah.
If Walmart, if they scanned it and it came up in their system, they would take it back. And
Yeah, and
whether you
that's
had a
what killed.
receipt or
I
not.
can tell you from personal experience. Yep, and that was one thing that attracted me to Walmart over Kmart right away. And also, I hate to say it, the Kmart stuff was a little crummier. It seemed like the Walmart stuff, they were a little pickier about what they were selling, and it held up a little better.
Walmart's a little
I
bit pickier
apologize
about
to
the
anybody who
junk
works
they
at Kmart
sell.
or
Yeah, it's never going to. What's your choice? Go to Target, Nordstrom's,
I haven't been at Target in forever.
which Chaz, she likes Nordstrom's. She drives all the way from Western South Carolina to Charlotte just to go to Nordy's, pick up some beautiful stuff. Right,
Mm.
Chaz? Um, hey, Beth, you still sell Kmart clothes? The older stuff was.
I sold like stuff like toys, like Kmart toys that still had the Kmart pricing on it, that and it does fine and stuff, but at that time in history, Kmart was not doing right.
But it
You
was
know,
well
Jim and
before
I've
Walmart
talked
though.
about it
Kmart was
before.
king.
Mhm.
Jim and I've talked about it before. The old tough skins from Sears when we were
Yeah,
boys. You know,
yeah. It was
the only
if
thing
you.
that wore out would be the knees on them, and then your mama would get those patches, to iron them over the knees and send you on your way.
Well, but they did have that inside knee though, didn't they? Didn't they have the inside reinforced knee?
They eventually put inside reinforced knee in them.
I think they did because what would happen is you'd wear out the outside and then it'd get down to the inside one, but they still looked like crap. You
Yeah.
know, so the other kids are like, "Oh boy, what? Your mom won't buy you new pants? You ought to cut the legs off and make shorts." So it's like, "Mom, I need new pants." And then she'd iron on, like you said, one of those outside patches, which really makes you look like a freaking hobo.
Well, my
But
mom was
anyway,
at
the
least had
country.
some. My mom had style. She'd put them, even the other knee didn't need it. She'd put one over on it too, just so they looked right.
Oh, my mom would do that too. My mom would double patch it. Yeah, she would make it so it matched, but it didn't help. You still knew you were going to get a black eye on the way home fighting with some kid over your pants.
That was better than wearing the girl pants.
Oh, I had two older cousins who were both female, okay? And my mom would get hand me downs from my aunt for me, okay? They're girls' clothes, okay? I'm like a 9, 10, 11-year-old boy. You know what happens when you send a 9, 10, 11-year-old boy to school with like a girl's. Oh no, it's just a nice button up shirt. It's a freaking blouse. I look like Prince. I mean, even in a little Catholic school, I was getting my butt kicked.
You didn't have to wear uniforms to Catholic school.
No, it was a little. Our class. I mean, it would be so they'd have to custom make them. I mean, I think there was like 8 boys and 8 girls in each grade. There's like 16, 18 kids to a grade.
Yeah,
No, we didn't have uniforms. We didn't. You had to bring a sack lunch.
Scott made a point, a good point. Walmart was built on by USA, and then that all
Yeah, I
went.
remember
That's
that.
true. Yep.
And then that's when after they buried Sam, they married China. Uh,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not a cheerleader for Walmart by any stretch, but I will say when people are confused, it's, oh well, they came in and they gouged the prices. That ain't what they did. So when you crab ass about returns, saying, "Oh, I'm not going to give this," I think there might be a scam or whatever. Just remember, it's returns is what built it. They got to know that you're going to stand behind your product, and if your product's no good, then that's why you don't want to take it back. If your product was good, then you should say,
tell
"Oh,
them the
I'm
shoe
only out the
store.
shipping. I'll take it back."
Tell them the shoe store when you manage a shoe store. The old manager.
I had a manager that every time he had a return come in, he'd argue with the people for a half hour to 45 minutes and then wind up giving their money back anyway. Okay. He'd hassle them about, I could give you a partial, but I don't even see why I should do that. Blah, just bust their chops. I watched him do it. So when I got my store, I said, I'm going to try a different tact. And all I'm going to try to do is just get the person out of my store more quickly. So I'm just going to tell them, okay, I'll take the return and I'll be that. I have an unexpected benefit happen. The person comes in with her husband and a bunch of
Because
kids.
they're ready to fight.
Because the husband's the heavy. He's coming in he's the backup. The wife comes, puts the shoes on the counter, and says, "My son had these for 2 months and they fell apart, and I think I should get something back for that." I look at him like, blow it way out of proportion. Like I wrecked my dad's snowmobile. I didn't wreck it, I just dented it. I called him up on the phone. I said, "Dad, oh my God, I'm almost died. I crashed his snowmobile." I go, "It's damaged." He goes, "Oh no, son, it's okay. At least you're okay." He comes home, oh, it's just a little dent. See, I blew it out of proportion. So it
right.
wasn't what he expected. So he saw the dent on the snowmobile. He was actually happy. Okay, so I tell the lady, I become her advocate. Okay, I'm like, "Oh man, I can't. I'm embarrassed that our store sold you a pair of shoes that fell apart this easily. I'm so sorry that you had to bring these all the way in. I hope you didn't have to drive a long distance or whatever. Of course, we're going to take care of you. What do you want? What can I do? What can I do to make this right for you?" Oh, by now the husband's walking away. Okay, don't think much of it. We work out some deal. She says, well, he had them for a couple of months or whatever. I marked down like 10% or something like that. I get her a new pair of shoes. Or no, it was more than that, like 30%. So I give her like 30% off a different, better pair of shoes. And then by now the husband's like looking, hey, could I take a look at these work boots? Oh, okay. Now the kids are like, oh, well, I need shoes too. I sell the whole damn family by being nice to the lady. I not only get her to not take a full refund on the exchange or whatever. Let me exchange it with only a little bit of money discounted. Now I sell the whole family shoes at a sit down shoe store. It was a huge ticket, and I began to do that consistently on returns. But by bending over backwards, being nice to people. So I mean, you can turn these things into a positive situation, but you just gotta have the right mindset. If the mindset is your customer is the enemy, you're always gonna be in trouble.
You know,
Your customer is the reason you're there.
oh no, I think Jim was a little bit nicer than Al Bundy. Uh,
It was Al Bundy, yeah.
but people, there's there's no customer service anymore. People don't think about customer service. Um, I was
Well,
when
you
it,
got to pay people on success. Once you start giving somebody a flat hourly wage, that's not good.
I'm not saying you
Because
can't.
you could show up with a hangover and just punch the clock and diddle through your day or whatever. If you're paid on success, you got to be, you got to be on your toes.
I'm not
You're on
going
the
to
hunt.
say there's not scammers out there, but that is one thing because sometimes when I listen to like reselling videos where they'll be like, I got a return. And then I told them, they're scamming me. And I told them how it was. They should read the description and stuff. I'm thinking, you're in a fight, that you're going to end up taking the return anyway. So why are you doing it anyway? But I just think
it's
that's just
Yeah,
who we
because
are.
if that guy worked for, if it would have worked, I'd have done it the same way he was doing. If he would have avoided the return every time he yelled at the customer, I'd have done it too. But I could see over and over. I watched this guy as I was being trained as a manager. I'm in this manager training program. I'm watching him over and over fail. I'm like, I'm not going to do it that way. And I did it a different way, and it worked great.
Ken. That's not true. Timu has good customer service because I spent a whole 25 cents. I spent a whole 25 cents on a pack of uh, grommets and rubber grommets, and
I only ever bought a couple shirts on Temu. I really don't go over there.
the package came, and there was like a dozen of these rubber grommets, and that package had been opened or torn open, and there was like 10 instead of 12. So I sent them a message, and I bet an hour later I got a response saying a replacement package is on its way. And then within a couple of days, I didn't get another pack of grommets. They didn't ask for a return or any of that kind of stuff. So I think, when you're
I
paying
will say
25,
John Jones's comment is right. That John Jones comment about feedback, that's right. Because if you really look at people's feedback, you're not going to look at the 1,000, plus positive feedback you get. If you really want to see how somebody's going to be, you're going to go look at their negative feedback and see how they respond to it. And when you fight in negative feedback, it doesn't make you look good to other potential customers.
And it's another negative thing. Know what to say. I get negative feedback. Thank you for your purchase. I'm sorry the item didn't meet your expectation. Please, because most of these people won't contact you. They just leave you the negative feedback. And then you say, please contact us so we can help. Because what I'm doing is I'm putting out I'm responding to that negative feedback, not for this
Jackass.
jackass. I'm responding for the other people who are going to read it. Like you said, you're only going to. Who would have time? We have what 15,000 feedback,
Yeah,
14,000.
but if you
How
were,
could you go through all the positives?
but you could go look at the
You
negatives.
got time to check the negatives and the neutrals. That's what you got time to check.
um,
So
yesterday,
that's the ones you're going to look at, and that's why you should always respond for the prospective
It
customers.
would be
So they look
better
and say,
not to respond. If you gotta get defensive in
then
responding
don't
to a
respond. Yeah, then
negative,
just
then
leave
don't
it.
respond.
If it's ridiculous
Yeah.
that there's no way you could respond nicely to them.
But
But
when
I
you
don't think I ever run into that where they're that bad.
And I've seen it on other people's things. Like if you look at their negative, and they'll have this paragraph on how they should have read the description and they should have did this and should have did that. It doesn't make you look good as a seller.
Yeah, I get
even if you're on the side of right. I'm not saying you're on the side of right, but it doesn't make you look.
If
good.
you get a message that your mother is in Hades committing an immoral act with the devil right now or something like that, I mean, okay, that's going to be ruffle your feathers. But you just gotta come back with "Thank you for your purchase."
Yeah.
It sets you in the right frame of mind. It sets them in the right frame of mind. I don't care what you call me or what you call my kids or whatever. I'm always going to respond with "Thank you for your purchase." And then I go on with "I'm sorry it didn't meet your expectations. How can I help?" No matter what you say.
But they get their ass. I will say, if you leave us a negative, your ass gets blocked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to block their ass. But the other thing is, if they want to go to eBay to complain about you, the first thing the eBay customer service person is going to look up is that they have that all your communication. They're going to look at it and see if you're being if you raise the temperature with this person and got them confrontational. They're going to check that out. When they see you respond with nothing but niceness, whose side do you think they're going to take?
Tara gets these things about gets these comments about. I tried to do a return with your husband, but he's a real SOB and a piece of crap, and blah blah blah. Tara's, I'm sorry. I mean, that's true, but I'm sorry you had a bad conversation.
I only list though. I really only list. Jim does all that. He does all the dealing with returns, answering most questions, not all questions, but dealing with responding to issues and stuff. He does all that.
I put on my bubblegum chapstick and I start butt kissing.
I found another Starbucks gift card. How many of these things did I get for Christmas?
Oh boy. Starbucks.
But you know what? I was in Food Line yesterday, and he's got everything except the dairy, the vegetables, and the meat section, and the deli. Everything else is his part of the store. And he was stocking shelves, and I said, "Man, what are you stocking shelves for? You wearing a suit and tie, or you wearing a tie? You're not supposed to be doing that." He said, "Well, when you don't have any damn body else to do it, they expect you to do it." And I said, "You don't have anybody?" And he said, "I had somebody that was really great." And he said, "I had to fire him yesterday." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah. He and a customer got into some words, and he cussed at the customer, and not just like, well, I don't know what the hell your problem is." He said he threw the F-bomb a couple of times, and he said, "I fired him."
No.
He said, "I fired him. When I found out what was going on, I said, you can go clock out. You're done." And he says, "Because I can't have people coming to I can't have employees talking to customers like that. And then that customer goes out. They'll never say, 'Oh, I had a great shopping experience at Food Line today.' They'll never say that. But they go out and say, 'Well, one of the employees cussed at me. I'm never going back to Food Line.' And that sucker will travel, like everything."
Jim used to be a stock boy too, and they had it. He worked with another stock boy that wanted to be in the warehouse of this Wisconsin chain, Cops. Anyway, they have the damaged garbage can.
Well, being in the warehouse is lifetime. You retire.
I mean, you want to be in the warehouse.
Yeah, he was like 18, 19 years old, and he wanted to work for Cops for the rest of his life.
So they have the damaged garbage can, and there was a pack of cookies or Oreos that got damaged.
Ripped open. And the back room is dusty as hell.
Yeah.
Dusty as hell.
Picks some Oreos out and eats them. Gets seen by a manager, fired on the spot.
They walked him up to the break room, because in the back room it's one of those 2-story, real high ceiling grocery stores where you got in the back, you got that metal ladder, you go up to the break room. Back then you used to smoke up there because it was you smoke on break. But anyway, walked him up. Everybody's got a locker. Walked him over to his locker, got his personal stuff out, put his smock in the locker, and then they took him to the office at the front of the store, which is the main manager's office, and that's where he got his document that he's fired, he's terminated. So it's zero tolerance for theft. But he was crying. When he was walking down the stairs, I mean, he was a pretty tough farm kid too, and he was just sobbing his whole life. Because every day he'd tell you about how much he loved the company and he was going to work there
And
because his
didn't his
family,
like family
all his
work there?
relatives work for the company. It's like a guy whose whole family's been in the Marine Corps or whatever. They can't wait to get in the Marines or something. That's
Right.
how this guy was with that stupid grocery store chain.
It's you know, that's one thing. Like I said, like this guy, the manager said, cussing the customer, you can't have that. And
No.
he said that he got fussed at because he didn't do the protocol. He didn't follow the procedure. He was supposed to write him up, and then they were supposed to be put on a, is it a PRP, POP, or something like that, plan of improvement. And he said no.
Well,
He
when
said
Jim worked for
we.
cops, they just fired him.
He
Yeah.
said, well, he said he. That's what he said. He said I can't have that.
If they caught you at that grocery store, if they caught you telling a person, "Oh yeah, the sardines are in aisle 7," if you got caught doing that twice, you were terminated. They didn't even give you a third strike.
You're supposed
You
to
got
walk
two
them to.
strikes and you were out.
You're
When
supposed to.
somebody asks you where are the sardines, you drop everything and you walk them to the sardines. You never ever told a person, "Oh, it's over there. It's an aisle, whatever." You stopped what you're doing and you went and helped that customer.
See, I know Publix
So
is more
they were
expensive.
hardcore customer service.
I know Publix is more expensive, but that's what they do. Every time I've had to ask, especially when they opened up this new store, and I wasn't familiar with where everything was in it, I'd say, "Where's such and such?" And they would say, "Oh, let me show you." No, you don't have to show me. Just tell me where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to walk you to it. And I'm in my
That's
mind. I'm like,
exactly.
I've done retail, dude. You're going to put 400,000 steps in before your lunch break. You know,
Don't matter. It's, it's
that's the
about
rule.
if you ain't got customers, your inventory don't mean jack. If you
Yeah,
ain't got nobody buying your stuff, I don't give a crap what inventory you got or whatever. If you ain't got customer service and you ain't got people to buy your stuff, your inventory is going nowhere. And that's the way cops looked at it. And he said, you will walk that person. And yes, 9 out of 10 people said exactly what you just said. Oh no, don't worry about Sonny. I can find it myself. Hey, I'm sorry, sir, but I have to walk you. Now you've asked me this question. I have to walk you that item. It's a store policy. And I'll get in big trouble if I don't. I wouldn't tell them I'm going to get fired, but yet that's what would happen. If you got caught, because they would send testers into the store, and they
right.
would deliberately go ask people where something is to test you to make sure that you're doing it, and then write up your store if you didn't. And of course, the manager of the store is real excited about getting their store written up. So yeah, you walk them right to the item
When
because
I was
the customer's everything. Without the customer, that's like in real estate. When people are, oh, well, the seller wants to do this, the seller wants to do that. Yeah, sellers, I guess technically, because the commission's taken out of their proceeds. But who brought the check to the closing? The buyer. The buyer's got the money. Without buyers, you ain't selling no real estate. So you got to treat buyers decent. You can't always, you got to side with the seller. You got to treat everybody fairly. Because if you don't treat the buyer fairly, the buyer's where the money's at.
you know, Javis said he had an experience yesterday at Home Depot where the associate said, uh, "Let me go get it for you." Uh, that's what keeps people going back. Half the time you go
Yeah.
to a store, you can't even find anybody to ask. To ask. All right, I'm way past my appointed time. Roberta's looking
Uh
at me
oh.
over
Uh
here.
oh.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I better hit the wrap it
Uh
up
oh.
button.
I guess we weren't much help then.
yeah,
We got
I've got
Tom in trouble.
I've got to run some errands, and then I got to get prepped for the kid tomorrow because he'll be here about 7 o'clock, and I just got a lot of stuff to do. I got
Oh, he's a cute baby. I was rewatching the Friday night show where you were holding him.
he's a doll baby, and he is so sweet. But he's getting some volume to his voice now. You know what I mean? Before it was kind
Oh,
of like
yeah.
he'd cry, but it was low volume, not very deep, so to speak. Now he can blast it out.
That's
Huh?
when we used to call Brandon Baby Bitch a
Yeah,
lot.
he can scream now.
Yeah, we used to when Brandon went through that stage, we called him Baby Bitch a lot.
But so anyway, y'all have a great day. Todd should be back tomorrow, hopefully. thank you, Jim and Tara, for coming in. You know you're always welcome to.
I don't know.
And
Well, I've been gone a lot in the mornings.
yeah, I know you just staying on the road all the time. Jim, you sure she don't have a boyfriend?
Well, he's in the other room,
Oh,
but
is he?
I
Okay.
don't have time for another boy. I don't have time for another man.
You don't have time for the one you got now? All
Yeah, I
right.
don't
Y'all
have
have a
time for
great
a second.
day. Thanks, Tara.
All right, Todd.
Y'all
All
have a
right, we'll
great
see y'all later.
day. I know it was useless chatter, but hey, it's better than talk radio. So we'll see you
I
later.
guess.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.